This was a rare moment caught on camera. Hurricane storm surge as Ian slammed ashore. Time-lapse video shows how it buried a major boulevard in Fort Myers, Florida. Submerged under as much as 6 feet of water. The city was overwhelmed. Cell phone video shows what looks like entire neighborhoods underwater. Jacob! Just south of Fort Myers, Good Samaritans braved the strong currents for a dangerous rescue. There was an elderly man stuck in his car as the floodwaters were rising. They had to pry the door open and carry him to safety. Hurricane Ian hit Florida as a Category 4 hurricane. The winds were clocked at 150 miles per hour. The flooding across southwestern Florida is catastrophic. Water surged as high as 10 feet. There could be billions of dollars in property damage.
This is a powerful storm that should be treated like you would treat if a tornado was approaching. This is going to be a nasty, nasty day, 2 days.
We're safe. That's all that matters. The family's safe.
Some 2.5 million people were told you need to evacuate, but not everyone did. Lee County dispatchers were overwhelmed with 911 calls, people trapped in their homes.
It's going to come right down this road.
Video caught an emergency response trailer swept off its foundation at Fort Myers Beach. It's unclear if anyone was inside. South of Fort Myers, in Naples, here's a view from a high-rise showing just how widespread the flooding is.
Are you guys okay?
Firefighters waded through chest-deep water to rescue this woman, only to face problems of their own.
Now we have a truck issue, and the guys are pushing the truck out of the bay.
They scrambled to salvage what they could from their fire trucks as water poured into the station. Overnight, more than 2.5 million Floridians lost power. Water facilities are struggling to keep up with demand, and some cities are telling people, please conserve water.
Les Vibes here, and we are partnering with Dodo Elephant today, and we are going to play with a Ray RC car. Check it out. You want to break up your dog's routine and stop using that boring old ball to play fetch? Just tie a toy onto the Ray RC car and give your dog a unique experience. If you don't have dogs, sorry, then you can play with it yourself or let your kids play with it.
Alright, there's 2 ways to drive this. You can be Inspector Gadget with the big thing like this with your hand, or remote control.
Now we're going to show you some things that this thing can do. So if you like what you see and you want one, then go buy one. Use our promo down below. Go get you one. Go get yours today.
We're going to show it to the crowd in case anyone want to get some pictures before we open this.
Got a nice crowd gathered around here.
Yeah, we do. Here, I'll show it off a little bit this way. All right. I got to be honest with you, Jeff, I got goosebumps. I've opened some great packs.
This is a big one.
Yeah, it is.
This is a big one. It doesn't get much bigger than this. I mean, goodness gracious.
Well, I guess we're going to have to top ourselves and do a 52 tops in the future.
Oh, wow.
So I can feel the gum is right here on top.
Okay.
So once again, the card underneath that will be given away at random,
okay,
and all the other spots will be below that.
Okay.
So we try to cover this up. I don't want everyone to see.
I appreciate your steady hands.
Yeah.
Wow. So is the gum normally that large, or has
It is.
Has it? Okay.
It is.
It hasn't just expanded over time.
No, but it's really gross.
So that's going to be a lot of gum for you to eat in a minute.
Well, we didn't say I was going to finish it. We said that I would try it.
That's a large piece of gum.
We said that I would try it. I'm going to have to go to the hospital
A
after
very
this.
large piece of gum.
All right. So the first card, which we know is attached to the gum here, we're going to take it off. So we usually don't have this kind of crowd for a live break. So this is a little more pressure than usual.
Let's get a little applause going, everybody.
Right.
Let's go. A little energy right now. Let's go.
So, wow, that's really gross. We'll see if we're going to leave it for now. So the first card, which is affected by the gum, is Joe Astroff.
Okay.
You can see that the gum has turned some sort of nasty gray.
Yep.
Which, even if I do have to eat this, just to be clear, I can't eat the whole thing. I would
Sure.
eat like a small piece.
Well, I don't know, Layden.
All right,
Depends.
we'll see.
Depends if it looks like it's going to 10 or
If you
not.
got a mantle and a maze,
If it's a mantle and a maze, I think
All
you're
right,
eating everything.
So spot number 1 is Walt Dropo.
Okay.
He was a very good player. You can see the card is very fresh, very mint in terms of the corners, but the centering, of course, is left up to the centering gods.
Okay.
And the first one is centered fairly well left to right, but top to bottom you can see is a little bit off.
Yeah, and so that's going to Samuel, who entered the break.
Yep, so that's going
Okay.
to Samuel F.
Okay.
So this is the first card from the 1952 Bowman pack break, not affected by the gum, Walt Dropo. Spot number 2 is going out to John A. He's a Vintage Breaks OG'er. Preacher Rowe, former
Okay.
Dodger great.
Okay.
So not a Hall of Famer, but he was a very good ball player. Very sharp corners, a great look to it. So that's Preacher Rowe, former Brooklyn Dodger great. That's spot 2. That's going out to our very own John A. Spot number 3 is going out to Larry C. I see Cleveland. I'm hoping it's Bob Feller. It is Bob Avila. So you can see a common theme so far. Cards look great.
So you're really only dealing with centering as an issue.
Yes.
And then from a comp value, that typically takes it down a couple of grades,
Yeah,
right?
so like a 906 would be like a
7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not going to be worth a ton of money. However, this is an amazing experience that you cannot replace.
Oh, 100%.
And you can also see how we're opening it, even though we're talking about it now only on card 3. You know, I didn't want to talk about it before because I certainly don't want to jinx anything, but you never know with the gum.
Yeah.
Sometimes the gum can impact more than
Okay.
just the first spot. So part of the reason why we were comfortable buying a PSA 8 and breaking it is because the pack itself looked like it was in such nice shape.
Yes.
That it almost looked like it was selected by someone back then
Yes.
to kind of put on that shelf and put away.
Yeah.
So, you know, we still have a couple more shots here in the pack. So that is card number 3.
All right, this next one's mine.
This is an
This
important
next one's
one.
mine, Layden.
I feel extra
Card
pressure.
number 4 is mine. Let's go.
Good luck
Let's
to
go.
Jeff and Sports Card
Thank
Investor.
you. Let's
Thanks
go,
again for
everybody.
joining
Let's get going
the break.
here.
Let's go.
go.
Let's see some Hall of Fame fire. What do we got here?
I see someone throwing a baseball. Who we got?
Bobby Adams.
Okay.
It is a very nice
Okay.
card. Unfortunately, a little bit off-centered, as you can
It
see,
is.
left to
It
right.
is.
That is the breaks, as they pun is intended there.
Sure. Okay, so we've got one more card to go.
We have one more
All right,
chance.
so let's try to get a Hall of Famer. Let's try to get something big.
We're trying to
Samuel.
get a Hall of Famer. There we go. All right.
All right, Samuel's got this last spot too. Come on, Samuel.
Good luck, Sam.
Let's go here. Let's get him something.
All right. You can see the wax got it.
The wax
Saul
got that one.
Rogovin.
Okay.
Nothing special, but that is a possibility with a pack from
Sure.
this era is that the top card can be affected by the gum, and sometimes on occasion,
Yeah.
the bottom card can be affected by
Yeah.
the wax.
Yep.
So you can see they were selling these for a nickel back then. Not a lot of thought was going into